Okay, thanks for coming along. This is part 2 of the Crane Works, and I am Steve, the first time farmer. If you saw the first one, I didn't do any voiceovers. I just kind of let the video run. It was all done in real time. There were very few edits in it in setting the first container. And this one, we're just going to shorten it up. Here we're accelerated just because it takes so much time to do these things. So you're watching the guys rig up the second container here and get that put into place, and then we're going to move it and put it into a location.
We both walk a thinner line, a fuse and spark. We could blow it any time. With love and scars, we're both carrying baggage. We've both got fire in our veins. Will we dance in the reggae?
As they start to fly this one, they have to bring it forward. There's another container to the right of it. You're just starting to see it, and they have to bring it forward a bit to get around the tree. And watch how the guys hang on to it. You know, the crane is quite a ways above their head, and if they get too much lateral movement, it's a pendulum. It would swing back and create damage. So look at how they control the swing. Also, it's quite windy out today. So as they lift them off the ground, there's a risk of the wind taking them. So they're hanging on to them, and you'll see that it pulls these guys around as they start to move things into position. This container is going to go, you just see the pilings there on the bottom right. It's going right there. And it is 40 feet away from the original container in yesterday's video. That 40 feet is going to get leveled. It needs a lot of fill, but it's going to get leveled and then a roof put over the top, and it's going to be the cold storage building I've talked about in prior videos. So these two containers are going to go next to each other, and here we're going to get this one placed, and then I go in and have a conversation with them about placement. And that brings in the next thing. The sonotubes and the concrete pillars aren't exactly in the right place, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Ultimately, it's my fault, but we did drill these in, I think it was August of last year, and I thought concrete was coming shortly, like the 1st of September. Well, it didn't come until the middle of November. And those sonotubes, that we put in and we leveled and we measured and everything else, they simply moved. And I may not have placed them exactly where they were supposed to be, but the fact that they sat for, a couple of months at least in several rainstorms before they got concrete in them didn't do it any good either as far as placement goes. So they seem to be a little narrow, and the container pads aren't hitting the center, so we're having to move the containers a little bit to get them on the pylons. We've ultimately got them all on the pylons, but it wasn't the prettiest job, and that's what you'll hear here in a minute.
Will we dig a grave? I ain't gonna be your good Prince Charming, knight in shining white. I ain't gonna be your little darling, no, baby, I'm gonna be your dynamite. I'm gonna be your...
How badly did I miss? How badly did I miss?
You missed the toe. I mean, yeah, brother on that one on that side. So,
I don't know if we're going to do any better with it.
no, well, we can come this way because we got to split that sonotube with the other one. We're going to go that way a little bit.
Right. Right. So it'd be best to bring that side so that we cover a little more. And
It's
then,
going to bring this one off, maybe.
yeah. You hit where? Yeah.
Pick this back end up and push it that way some. Bring it down.
Better.
At least we're on it a little bit.
Yeah, at least we're on it, right?
But I'm on it a little, just a little bit here.
Yep. No, I'm happy with that. And then they don't have to be touching each other wherever they land.
They land. Okay.
Wherever they land, they land.
Front connector doesn't need to be touched.
Yeah, we bought this one used, and then it has sat over here in the dirt for 5 years now. 6 years now. Yep. So this is the one that, got some holes in it. We hit it with the plow once, and got some other things to it. So this is where my tools are going, because the animals, if they get in, can't hurt my tools, but they can hurt everything else.
I'm not fragile like a flower, more like a bomb. You don't seem to fear that power. I've loved it all along.
Okay, now we start the second of these two, third and final container. Cut a little bit out of it, but here they get it up and flying. And now they'll have to work it in around the tree and start to slide it into position.
We both walked through the fire. We both grew bold in the flames. Now we could dance in the embers, or we could seal our fate. Oh, you ain't gonna be my good Prince Charming, knight in shining white. You ain't gonna be my little darling. No, baby, I'm gonna be your dynamite. I'm gonna be your dynamite. I ain't gonna be your good Prince Charming, and I ain't gonna be your little darling. I'm gonna be your dynamite. I'm gonna be your dynamite. It's hotter than a blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know.
Now that the containers are in place, we start the process of unwinding the setup. And the first thing you're going to see here is as they get everything in position, you're going to see them start to drop the containers or the counterweights, which they're doing right now. Notice that silver shaft in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. They are lowering the counterweights onto the bed of the truck, and then he will swing the crane so as to come out of the bracket, and then he'll retract those. Here he's moving out of the bracket, and then he'll retract them, and then he can spin the whole crane around, and he's going to use the crane as he did putting it together to pick those counterweights up and set them on the truck that delivered them in a process. So we'll just watch the rest of that happen here.
We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh, tonight. Yeah, let's get rowdy.
Like before, he's dropping the hoist so that they can change the rigging out and change over to the rigging necessary to lift and move the weights out.
We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight.
Okay, he's lifting the hoist way up high, and I didn't get this on camera, but what he's doing is he's pulling in all of the cable so that he can contract the boom. If you saw there in the last little segment, the boom is in three pieces, the yellow one, and then the first black section and the second black section, and they all compress down into the yellow one. But he's got to get all the cable reeled up before he starts that compression process. And so, again, I didn't get that on video, but that's what he's doing here.
Poor boy from the backwoods, thought I never would find my way. Sweet girl, straight from downtown, where I was just another face. They said that we should steer clear of each other. Matches and gasoline, nothing but trouble. Said we'd never make it, but you ain't seen nothing yet. We're just getting started.
So here's just the other view of the weights being lifted off of the crane and set onto the bed of the truck. And then that's how they're delivered in, to keep the crane as heavy as it is, to keep it as light as it can be, taking that much weight off and bringing it in another truck. But even look at this truck. You know, it's got 4 sets of axles on the back side of it, which means it's carrying a lot of weight.
Southbound for the border, somewhere no one knows our names. But I know when I hold you, I'ma love you till the grave. Oh, we're just getting started.
And then here, they're just bringing the crane down, and you'll see the hook in front of the windshield. This is their short travel setup. The crane for long travel back to bays, just a mile or so away from where we are right now, is where they made the change. There's a county maintenance building there, and the crane is actually the other way around when it travels, and it's got the crane head sits on dollies. And so what they do is they drop the dolly, and then they spin the crane around and put the hook in the front, so that when they come up, because we're so tight and the road doesn't have any space to drop the dolly in the road, they come in and out in this short travel mode with the hook in front. But they don't go all the way back to base that way. They don't travel long distances that way.
Taking the sunset in old Mexico, running and loving our way down the coast.
Next, you'll see them drop the outriggers. The truck will come down. Notice that left side as we're looking at it, that tire is completely off the ground. As soon as he drops the rigging here, that tire will come down and sit on the ground, as it is right now.
Nothing to lose, 'cause with you I am home. Here we go.
And then here they are pulling out. This truck, like most trucks, only has steering on the front axle, which you'll see in just a second when the crane comes out, as he steers on the front and 2 of the rear axles. Allows him to make a much tighter corner, and notice he won't have to jog here, even though he's longer and heavier than the prior truck was.
We're just getting started.
Hello.
Okay. We are done.
Good.
Yeah, I even just plowed the driveway, so I am heading out.
That's okay. Nora just called.
Oh, did she?
She's like, "Is Dad at the farm?" I thought you were gonna call her.
No, but I just sent her a text. I never went in the house, so so I sent her a text and said, "Hey, I came up today, met the crane, set the boxes, plowed the driveway. Now I'm going home." I did that about a few minutes ago,
Okay.
and I never went in the house, so it's
Okay.
so. But they're in place, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a container farm.
I better done.
Oh,
That's funny.
Yeah. And the bill was less than I thought. I owe $3,100.
Good.
Yeah, yep. Oh, that was, that it turned out to be, it was a real rush, go. But the weather held out. The roads were better than I thought, although here at right at the farm, I think there's 3.5 inches of snow here. The top though is starting to loosen up because I just rolled back a bunch of loose dirt off the surface when I was plowing, so might have to do some grass repair. So
Nice.
yeah, and he said, yeah, there's no way. He said your road is maybe a 5-ton road because that's what mine is when the weight restrictions go on. And that crane is 180 ton moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have never worked. We would have been waiting till May, right?
Yeah.
But we got in, got it done, got out. Guys are great to work with, and now I'm going to go find some food.